burnouts, it would appear that it's actually two left. So I'll do them together because I think they kind of coincide anyhow. So you might again be able to relate to this. And one of the other burnouts, or when you've been burnt out, you can get irritable and and make mistakes, just the minor ones, but they can build up over time and then just lead you to have this complete meltdown. But given what you're going through, you've got to look at it as these are just like the few side effects. But if I remind myself of that and prepare myself for that, then they will be minor side effects, not major side effects. Because when you get, completely burnt out, emotionally, psychologically, physically, mentally, the whole works. You just get irritable. Like you said, you don't want to be around anyone. You get snappy at your loved ones. You don't mean to, but you do. And, again, communication, just make sure that that person knows that you never meant that. And the whole idea is to prevent and catch that and say, yeah, I know I'm going to be irritable. Let me go find myself a little corner. Or sometimes you can't escape. So you just have to just be bold and let people know, I haven't got a good head on today. Communication is key. If you say to people, I'm not in the best of moods today. I don't have that head on me today, because people might be expecting you to be your normal fun-loving self and, do the jokes and make everybody else feel happy, where they get lazy because they're living off your energy. People have these expectations that you're always going to be the one that makes it at work, that makes it fun at work, that, without you, it's just like a really boring day, or it's a dreary day. You have that energy. And this is why you're going to get this a lot, because people rely on you. I've had it when I used to be at a certain workplace, and I came in not feeling my usual self, and they got moody with me. Honestly, they got moody with me. They didn't like the fact that I actually had something going on today, and I couldn't just be that energy that they could all dance in. You see, because sometimes people have to create their own happiness, be their own muse. And that's what I learned. And so that's when I moved myself away from people, because that's what was getting me down and irritating me, is that you're feeding off my energy. Conjure up your own, sense of humor and your own happiness. At the time, these people, so they consider, was, you're doing better than me. So why are you angry with me? I'm the one out in the rain, not you. But they're pissed off with me. There's the weakness, and that leads to your irritability, and then it also leads to you making mistakes when it comes to trying to focus on you, because you've been giving your energy to so many other people that when you're finally left alone, you've got no energy for yourself. So now that makes you irritable, because you're like, well, what have I got left for me? And then you say to yourself, right, well, I still got to do it. But you're exhausted and you're tired, and suddenly there doesn't seem to be anyone around to help you though, does there? Yeah, see? You're everyone's mascot, but nobody's yours. And then all of a sudden you're left, and you don't want to have to explain to people's ignorance. Oh, why are you moody? No, I'm not moody. I'm just tired of you. You know what I mean? Because you don't seem to see how much you take. And your lack of consideration for how much we've got on our plate. You see? So it leads to you being irritable, and it leads to you then making minor mistakes on stuff that you seriously need to just get done for you. Hence why I say, darlings, you're one of those that's ready to help anyone at the drop of a hat. Now what you've got to do is you've got to see yourself as that person that you would run miles for, and do it for yourself. That will then take down the irritability, and then it will stop you from making those minor mistakes that you really can't afford. So again, not feeling guilty for putting yourself first. And it's always good to put yourself first. Do you know why? Because there you're going to learn. So sometimes to actually help yourself helps you get insight. Because the minute you ask for help, you're going to know who's there and who's not. You're going to know who's got a really petty excuse and who hasn't. So can you see how it benefits you to be honest and true with yourself? Yes, you're irritable, and yes, you've made some mistakes. So now we're going to sit and think, why is that? Why is that? Because something somewhere is not quite right, but you're giving too much to somewhere else, and you really need to keep it for yourself. Chosen ones, we have the One of the hardest things for us to do is to be kind for ourselves and to actually help ourselves, because we're so busy doing it for others. Okay, that is the core of who we are. And in order to do that, we still need to take time out for ourselves and love ourselves. And I highly recommend you do that. It is not an easy thing for intuitive ones and spirit beings to do this. It's not easy. You'd think it would be, being selfish, but it's not. It's not. But in this case, please do. Do take care of yourself. It's what we call a positive selfish. Okay? There's nothing wrong with investing in yourself when you absolutely wholeheartedly know you deserve it. You absolutely deserve it, my darlings. Remember, being you is not easy. You've known this since you was a child, my sweetheart. You know this, darling. All right? And you always seem to get through it, don't you? Because you are divinely protected and you have the power of Yeshua in your whole being. That is why other people will ask you, I don't know how you do it. How are you doing? That's why people always be, when it comes to you. Some people might come up and say, God, you inspire me, but a lot of people won't. So self-belief is key. It's key, my darlings. And if you do get the moments where you have got irritable and snappy, truth, it needed to be that. It needed to come out. Otherwise, you'll get trodden on. Okay? Remember, our emotions are there to protect us. The feelings that come into your body are telling you, yeah, this is not going to go good if you don't heed your own consciousness, your own subconscious and your own intuition telling you, yeah, this is going to end bad. You'll get more irritable until you completely lose yourself, and that's not you. You know? That isn't you, my sweethearts. So, like I said, look as more curious and being a bit of a detective as to why that's happening, because you'll find the answer. It will be there. Things aren't happening for no reason. There is a link, there is a thread that will take you right back to where you need to understand why that's happening. And remember, sometimes you're not giving yourself enough rest away from people, you know, and it is full on right now. It is full on because people are scatty. They're all over the place and they have believed only in one thing. So it's tipped. There's no balance. There's no balance. Because I said you have to know all aspects of what it means to be a being. At the moment, notice I said being, because down here we are learning what it means to be a human being. But you are an entity, you are a being, you are a consciousness, you are an awareness, okay? And when you understand all aspects of yourself there, you can find balance. And then what you do is, like an example, for those who do work-life balance, why do you think they do that? One, they're in a privileged position. They truly understand through experience, yeah, that's no good. In the long term, that's no good. It's not good, healthy for me, family, and all the things that we're doing. So they do a work-life balance and they make sure they entertain both those worlds actively and positively and abundantly. And that is what we do not do with our spirit self. We just throw it away in the trash bin. That's how badly they've got us brainwashed, where you actually take yourself out of yourself and throw it away. Think about that. What do you think you're doing there? Self-destruction. Yeah, ripping oneself apart. So the whole idea is to know what you truly are, and then work from there, my sweethearts. And I say to people, your irritability and your making mistakes is because of this society and what it generates. It generates a bad energy. And it triggers people off in the worst possible ways. We know this because we can see it. We're seeing it. So the main thing is to look where the root of that is coming and take it from there, my darlings. But don't be too hard on yourself, right? Remember, you've given so much to everyone else. You've left yourself a bit short. So try not to do that anymore. All right, my sweethearts? And I hope that has helped. That is the last of the burnouts, and have a great day. If you find my content insightful and interesting, please do like and follow. And for those that you already do, you beautiful, wondrous souls, have a great day and Jah love.